Hey, what's up everyone? This is going to be a more detailed video regarding this particular dream that I had as a child, or an out-of-body experience that I had. I don't know what you would call it. It felt like it was very super realistic. Now, I don't know whether I had left my body, gone to another realm, or what. But I remember this monolith, and what you see right here and right here, those two match it more than any. But see, what happened in this out-of-body experience or dream or whatever, if you hear any strange things in the background, there's a lot of spirit activity happening right now in the house. So, but back to the topic. I can't remember how old I was. I think 4 or 5, around that age. And I was just laying there in bed, and I was having this dream. But it was a very realistic dream. I had left my body. I was taken to this other realm. It was indescribable. Now, the realm I was in, it was like maybe there were planets around, or some kind of, I don't know, some kind of things around that looked like a world. It was another world. Like I had ascended to another realm. That's the only way that I know how to describe it. And you know how some people out there would be like, well, this is just a dream, it's just a dream. No, it didn't feel like just a dream. It felt like one of those lucid dreams, or like it was realistic. So what happened was, if you haven't heard in my previous video, I drew as a child in school, and during my childhood I would draw this one particular type of drawing of these aliens, or these beings that with long arms and long legs, and these very long fingers and long toes. That the fingers would look like that, sort of. Well, that's not even, more rounded like that, I guess. And sort of like and more of a rounded head, and these kind of round eyes, but the being was white, and the toes were, and that's the way I would draw them, like just the toes were like that, and that's just always, that is not right at all. That is not how I meant to draw that, but I'm not drawing this right, but you get the point. But they were a white being that I always drew, and I said that was my star family. And I don't understand what kind of 4 or 5-year-old is saying that's my star family without any knowledge given to them by humans, without their parents giving them that knowledge. And I said the star family, star parents, whatever. Now, who says that, first of all? But now back to the dream that I had, and I was always fascinated, though. I mean, I would have the World Book encyclopedias out at 5 or 6 years old, just looking for anything I could find, just wanting to show that I was connected with the universe and space. And I would be learning about the planets and the universe and how it began and what happened, what our makeup is, what we're made of, and the star systems. And I would have this detailed information that would pop into my mind, come into my mind suddenly, regarding certain topics of the universe. Or someone traveling to space, how I would know about that, I don't know. And I said that someone went there, and they said they heard an echo and all kinds of things, so they knew that life was capable on this particular area. Where I got these stories and experiences, I don't know. But they were downloaded to my mind somehow. And I would look up information about, like, in the beginning was a diffuse cloud, spinning slowly on itself, and then everything, it formed out from this diffuse cloud, from the agglomeration of matter around the original nebula, which was the diffuse cloud that formed our solar system itself, and the Milky Way galaxy, and just all of this stuff I was always studying, and wanted science magazines, and every idea and scientific idea that I had would always wind up coming true or being in the magazine. But back to the dream. See, I went off track again, but these monoliths that you see here, in the dream, I left my body. And it was like I left my body and I could feel my body and where I was at in the dream at the same time. I could feel myself in the bed, but I also felt where I was out of my body. Some dreams I've had, I could feel 3 versions of myself or more, and I could actually feel every single one of them. I was aware of myself in the bed, I was aware of myself above myself, and I was aware of myself where I was in the dream. All 3 conscious indescribable. I'm remembering all of this now. Feeling the infinite self. I felt that, and I can't. And the feeling of bliss and joy that you feel outside of the body at times when you're in a peaceful realm is unbelievable, indescribable. I can't. When I was in 3 versions of myself out of my body. Now, certain ones, when you're in the fear and you're in that realm and you start feeling fear, then everything turns monstrous and fearful based on your consciousness. But that's not what was going on. When I left my body, and I also was in the bed, but I was also in that other realm, and it looked like a planet or a world. I can't describe it. But I remembered seeing this black monolith. I now know it to be a very large, dark monolith. But there was light behind it. I can't describe it. I just can't. What I was seeing was indescribable. But whatever was behind it was like it was hidden. But what was behind it was everything. It was the truth. It was the knowledge. And it was like a motherboard. And that's like what everything there was. It was like a motherboard. A virtual reality, I guess? I don't know. I'm just pitching that out there as a thought, but it was like behind that was the hidden knowledge that something, I don't know, it was just something, I don't know. I can't describe it. I'm stuttering again. But I can't describe what I was witnessing. There was a dark black monolith. And behind it, I heard this voice speaking to me, telepathically. I've never shared this in a video. It's actually very overwhelming thinking back at this. But it's a dream that's stuck in my mind forever. It's been in my mind since I was a child. Another thing I did is I talked to myself in the mirror as a child to the future version of myself because I knew they'd be examining my brain in the future. That's another thing interesting I'll share in a future video. I knew as a child when I was 6 years old that they would be examining people and be able to look at people's memories. That's really interesting. I did that as a child. What child is doing that? I don't know, but I'll tell you that in a moment. But back to the dream or the out-of-body experience, whatever it was. When I was at that monolith, I can remember this dark, black, this giant monolith. And it was there. It was like a door. And behind it was something. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I still don't know to this day. But it was like I was in sort of computer simulation. That's the way it felt. And there was like just universe around me. And all I could focus on was what was right there. And he was like, this is your mother. This is your mother. This is your, and beyond this is your mother. I was like, what? And I was like, I want to go back to my mama. I want to go back to my earth mama. And right then, a voice said, he's not ready. He's not ready. And when that voice said he's not ready, send him back. I went back. And I was sent back to my body. And I started crying in the dream. Wherever I was at, I was crying. I said, I went back to my mama. I want my earth mama. My mama. I love my mama a lot. You all know that. And I was crying, and I went back to my mama, and then it said, he's not ready, send him back. He's not ready. And I was pushed back to my body, and then I woke up going like, "Ah," and I had tears just all over my face when I woke up. And I was thinking, why am I crying? Okay, I'm good now. And I just wiped the tears away, and I'm good. I was good. Yeah, that's what happened. I was around 5 or 6 years old, and I was crying in the dream after that, and I was pushed back to my body, and I was crying when I woke up. What was happening in the vivid dream, I was crying as well in my physical human body. So that's an experience that happened when I was 5 or 6 years old, I would say. Maybe younger, 4, 5, or 6. I didn't write it down. I should have written so many things down. Oh my goodness, I should have written so much down. But what do you take of that? What do you think it was? What was happening there? Was I about to leave my body, go on to the other side into some realm? What was going to happen? What was I not ready for? I mean, what was that about? Or was it just a dream? It didn't feel like just a dream, but I don't know. Things are beyond what people think, believe me. Anyway, much love, peace. Let me know. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. What you think. Give me your thoughts regarding what you think about this. So peace, much love, and thank you all for everything. Bye.